Hi and welcome to Sterling Report. The Sterling Heights Community Foundation held its Puttin on the Ritz USO-Style event at Villa Penna on November 22nd, with proceeds benefiting the foundation and the establishment of a specialized endowment fund to support the Sterling Heights Veterans Day ceremony in perpetuity. Partygoers arriving dressed to impress were treated to an incredible evening out.
We're here tonight to celebrate the Sterling Heights Community Foundation's second signature event, Puttin on the Ritz, this year with a USO-Style theme. We're saluting the defense industry in Sterling Heights and Macomb County while raising funds to support the Sterling Heights Veterans Day ceremony.
The foundation honored two special guests as part of the evening's program. The first was Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 154 President Brian Bobeck. Bobeck, serving his fourth term at Michigan's largest VVA chapter, spoke briefly about the importance of helping other veterans in need.
Through our support center over in Roseville, we see hundreds and hundreds of veterans every week that come in there that need our assistance. If there's one thing we learned about the Vietnam War, it was how to look at war and the warriors a little bit differently than what we did 50 years ago. We have these young people coming in today that are finally aware of what they're entitled to, and that's because of the Vietnam veterans. We never were known as being a quiet group. We raised hell for a long, long time until people finally got the message that we can never again treat another generation of veterans the way that we were treated when we came home. I think that's paid dividends.
Afterwards, Lieutenant Colonel Washington D. Ross spoke fondly of taking his first flight in a Ford Trimotor with his brother and sister as children. That moment in the air created a love for flying that led to his eventual service as one of the famous Tuskegee Airmen.
So they started these engines up and the plane started shaking. And we looked at each other and said, well, maybe this was not a good idea. Finally, they got the propellers synced, because you have to get them synchronized to work right. And they start creeping down the field, and we could look out, and it was moving real slow. And we looked at each other again. And finally, it staggered up into the air. And it went around Ashland, Kentucky, and giving us an aerial view of the great city of Ashland, Kentucky. It took about 7 minutes.
After the speeches, the evening came to a close with music of the Swing Shift Orchestra. The event was once again a success, due in no small part to the 40 sponsors who stepped up to aid in the Community Foundation's long tradition of enhancing the quality of life for Sterling Heights area residents through the support of cultural, educational, and recreational activities. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Sterling Report, but stay tuned for a performance by the Arthur Murray Dance Studio at the event. Till next time, take care.